Hello everyone. This hour on Verbling, the next in my Getting Results in Business series, we're doing our unit on how to talk about plans and processes. So we'll be dealing with technical and non-technical processes, things you might encounter at work that you have to explain to people, or just talking about what you have to go through in your job to get your job done. We'll be dealing with those kind of skills today. So, first, a little bit about me. I'm Jon-Eric, your Verbling teacher for this hour, and I'm an American teacher from New York, hanging out from Lisbon, Portugal to bring you this class. And here are 3 quick rules to help you participate in my class. Don't forget to turn off, tune in, and open up. Which means, whoops, where's my slide? Which means turn off your microphone when you're not speaking so we can keep the classroom quiet. Tune in to the new vocabulary so that I can correct you and you can learn. And also, open up to your classmates. Relax and have fun. We're all here to learn, and this is a safe and respectful place to practice your English. And that is a little bit about me. Now, I want to say hello to you, and then we'll get started. There we go. So, I can see Anton is back. And I think Giuseppe, Yuki, and Ahmed will probably be on their way. How are you, Anton?
Hello, good morning, teacher.
Oh, I can't hear you. There
Hello.
we go. Okay, now
Hello,
I can
good
hear
morning.
you. Very good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. And how do you do?
I'm all right. I'm all right. Well, I had a little problem yesterday. I couldn't send the homework like I wanted to, so I apologize for that. What we could do, though, is, because I've been sick the last couple of days, but what we could do is we could do a little bit of review from yesterday's class, which was the homework I was going to send you. We could do a little bit just while we're waiting for others to join us. So if you give me a second, what I'll do here is I'm going to put this on screen for you. All right. Let's see how far we got with this. Oh, actually, now that I'm looking at this, well, okay, yeah, we can do it. We can do it. That's fine. Okay, so let's take a look. Anton, I'm going to show you. I don't have the presentation prepared because I've been sick. So I'm going to show you the material that I'm using directly. Normally, I'd have a presentation where it's a little easier to see this. Okay, but what I want you to do, we're going to take a look at the exercise on the left because that is a review of what we did last week. Even if you weren't here, it's okay. You can use this to learn from. You don't have to. These classes, you can come in and go anytime you like. So on the left, where it says working with words, you have to start by choosing the correct answer from italics and decide which one sounds best. For example, there's Giuseppe. For example, in the first one, all of our jackets are made from, or made of, or made with leather.
Sorry.
So this comes from some activities we were doing. Yeah.
Sorry, teacher. Can you make it zoom in? Because...
Yes, Anton.
Yes. Thank you.
Oh yeah, 1 second. Sorry. Sorry about that. Let's see. Is that better?
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
All right. And Anton, I think your connection is pretty quiet, so if you want to keep your microphone on, I think it's okay. I tell people to turn it off in the beginning of class, but if it sounds clear, if there's no noise, then you can keep it on. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a little review of some of the vocabulary from before, okay? And so I think Anton and Giuseppe, I think neither of you were here last week, as far as I remember. So for you, it'll be an introduction. And let's say hello to Yosuke as well before we begin. Hi, Yosuke.
Nice to meet you.
Where are you from, Yosuke? From Japan?
I'm from Japan.
What?
Right.
Crazy guess. I was right.
Huh?
So I said I was just guessing.
Guessing. All right. Yeah. Just your guess is right. Yeah.
So
Mm.
Yusuke,
Mhm.
we're working on a
Yeah.
business unit
Yeah.
all
Mhm.
about describing
Mhm.
processes,
Mhm.
describing
Mm.
technical and non-technical processes. We're going to
Yes.
start the class with a little review of some of the
Mhm.
vocabulary that we've already learned.
Mhm.
Okay? So we're going to start there.
Yeah.
Um, if you don't know the
Yeah.
vocabulary,
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
worry.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
you, it's not a review. For you, it's the first time.
Yeah.
But let's take a look at the first two exercises. Okay? We're just going to go around the room.
Yeah.
Use the words that you think sound okay. All right? So,
Mhm.
Anton, let's start with you. In number one, the choice is done for us. The correct preposition is of, made out of leather, because that came from something we did in class last week. The rest of these all come from talking about a process, a physical process, creating something. Remember, we've been talking about biofuels. That was the company we were looking at. So this all has something to do with manufacturing fuel or something like that. So what do you think about number two, Anton? Can you read it for us?
Yes. If you mix hydrogen with oxygen, I think you get water.
If you mix hydrogen, repeat.
Hydrogen.
That's
Hi-
it, yes. If you mix hydrogen with water, you get, sorry, if you get hydrogen with oxygen, you get water. That's it. So mix with is the right preposition. That's it. Giuseppe, I know how much you like prepositions. So you're going to do number three for us. Read it and
Uh,
tell us which one you think is the right one.
okay, the pick of out up the beans about once a week and take them to the recycle center. They pick up the beans about once a week and they take them to the recycle center.
Pick up is correct. So pick up is different than mix with. Mix with is a verb followed by a preposition. In Japanese, you don't have prepositions, you have postpositions. They come after, but in English they come before. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Look, pick up, that's not a verb and a preposition. That's a phrasal verb. So
Mhm.
Giuseppe, to pick and to pick up have two different meanings. So it's a special form in English. Our verbs have sometimes two or three parts to them. Okay? And so when there's a special meaning, it's called a phrasal verb. Okay, so that was the right answer. Okay, let's try one more with Ahmed, and then we'll go to our new student, Yosuke. Let's start with Ahmed for number four, and then we'll go to Yosuke.
Number 4.
Yep.
Put your coin and throw in this. No, okay. At uh, uh, mm, 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 mm. I don't know.
Well, you got three choices: at, through, or in this slot. What's a slot? What does
In
that mean?
slot, it is a little. I don't know what you call it. Little. I don't know. It is not hole really.
It's a hole.
Is it a hole? Okay.
It's a hole.
There,
Sure.
there is another
A
name
slot is,
for small thing like this. I don't remember.
yeah, the other name is slot.
Slot. Okay. Okay. Put your coin in this slot to
Of
get coffee.
course.
Is it?
Right. Of
Okay.
course.
Thank you.
Because it's going inside of the machine. So in is the most logical choice. That's it. Very good. Okay. Yusuke, let's try number 5. You have to decide which preposition sounds right.
This paper is fed over into up the printer at this end. Fed into
I agree.
at this end.
That's right. So into is the best answer. I agree. This paper
Yeah.
is fed into the printer at this end. So you imagine standing over the printer, you have to push it in the top, so it's fed into. So that
Like
was one of our key words.
fed into it meaning like insert the paper into the printer.
Inside of the printer, yes.
It's okay.
And
Yeah.
we say feed. We don't say put. We say feed into the printer. Feed.
Okay.
Just like you have to feed your cat, you have to feed your cat food. You have to feed your printer paper. To feed.
Feed is like feed confection to the deer or feed to the animal like this feed.
Yeah, it's the same word.
Same word. Okay.
It's the same word.
Yeah.
So when we use feed to mean place or put, when we use it in that sense, the meaning is a little different than place or put. I could say place the paper in the printer. I can say put the paper in the printer. But if I say feed, what I mean is to put it slowly into the printer. So feed means to put something slowly into.
Okay.
So it has a special meaning here. To feed into is a phrasal verb that means to put slowly. All right.
Okay. Yep.
Let's go back to Anton for 6.
There are 3 main stages, places, or areas to this procedure. There are 3 main.
Which word do you think sounds best? It's not a preposition here. It's really a vocabulary word. If you're talking about a process, would you divide the process into stages, places, or areas?
Oh, I finished stages.
Of course. Stages are in time, and the other ones are in a location. So stages is correct. There are 3 main stages to this procedure. Okay, and Giuseppe, let's try the last one, number 7.
The last and big product is sold all over the world.
The last and big product. Strange. Oh, yes, I got it. Okay, yeah. This is more of an expression. So what kind of product is the product that is at the end of the process? What do we call the product at the end of a process?
The end product is sold all over the world. It
Right.
means that the final product is sold all over the world.
Right. So we call it the end product. Guess what? There's more words than that. We've got something else. We've got the byproduct. Does anyone know the difference between byproduct and end product?
Well, byproducts means that, for example, dairy products. That means that the byproduct are made from cheese and derivatives.
Derivative.
Derivative.
Well, that's it. But that's it. Derivative can be a byproduct, not the main product, but a secondary one, something that is derivative of whatever the process you're doing. So derivative is a good definition, I think. So I'll stop you there. Derivative is good enough.
The end
Go ahead,
product. Maybe the complete product, the last complete, the finished product.
If you're gonna say complete, you have to say the completed product, the completed product, or the end product. Because complete means whole. Completed means finished. So you can say completed product. Yeah, that's also okay. Alrighty then. We've got one more short exercise, which I think you can see on screen. I'm going to move it up a little bit. Put the stages of advertising on a search engine into the right order. So here, we're not talking about a technical process. Now we're talking about a non-technical process, but it's still a process. Okay? I want you to take a moment, put them in order, and and then we'll go around the room and see if we all agree on the answers. So take a minute, and you can either make notes or just make a mental note, and then we'll compare in just a second, okay? How about I give you 1 minute to read through it and to decide what goes where. And while you're doing that, I'm going to add a new date to our shared notes document. And I'll share my screen in a minute when it's ready. So I'll do that while you're doing the exercise. So today is the 7th. Unfortunately, I've been sick the last couple of days, so yesterday I couldn't complete the homework and I didn't write a review of the class either. Maybe I can do it right now. Alrighty then, what do you think? Should we go over the answers? Are you ready?
1
Or
second.
do you need more time? Okay. All right, time's up. Anton, ready or not? Here we
Not at
go.
all. Okay.
So Anton, I want you to start with number 1, which is on the board already, and then
Uh,
go to number 2, and then Giuseppe number 3, and then Aqua number 4, okay, and then finally Yosuke will be number 5, and so on until we finish. Okay, so start with 1 and 2, Anton.
I have my doubts because
Well, try it.
Between first of all, because first of all is always the first thing, but
Well,
I think
number one
it's,
is number 1 is done for you. So start by reading number 1. Number 1 is done for you already. B is number 1.
but I choose E option. There are essentially 4 main stages.
Okay, but start with number 1, which is on screen. Look at B. That's number 1 because it's already marked for you. So start by reading number 1 and then go on to number 2, whichever you think it is. Okay?
I read my first option, you said?
Nope. Read number 1 first. The one that's on screen. See it right here? Read B.
The basic procedure is simple. Just follow the steps on the search engine's web page. But I don't understand what
Good.
define.
Listen to me. Procedure.
Procedure.
Engine.
Engine.
Right. Engine. Okay. That's number 1. What is number 2, Anton? What would you select as number 2? The answer you had before sounded good to me. So Anton, why don't you continue?
There are essentially 4 main stages. Maybe.
Yeah, that's it. That's good. Giuseppe, let's go on to number 3.
Well, first of all, you needed to say where your customers are located and what language the advertisement will be in.
Perfect. Number 4, Ahmed.
Then you need to write your ad.
Excellent. Okay. So finally, Yosuke, what do you think it comes 5th?
Finally, choose how you are going to pay for your ad.
What was that? Sorry?
So Fine.
Finally you choose. Oh, I see. I see.
You are going to spell for your ad.
Okay. Well, wait a second. Maybe that's not the next thing.
Yeah.
There's one before it. There's one.
Yeah, because
my
there
God.
are 4 stages.
Right. There's 4 stages, right?
Mm.
So Yosuke, Yosuke. I don't know why I'm calling you Yosuke. Yosuke.
Mhm.
We need the 4th stage before we get to finally. We need one more stage.
One more stage.
Yeah.
Where then you need to write your ad. This one.
That's what Ahmed said. So what comes after that? That's what Ahmed said.
With having written it, you need
Correct.
to choose keyword that describe your business.
That's it. So the expression having done, having written, etc., shows that this comes afterwards. Having done, having written, having spoken shows that you're making the connection from one stage to the next. That's it. Okay? And we're back to Anton. So Anton, the last one is obviously what Yusuke said. Finally choose how you're going to pay for the ad. Anton, I want you to tell us all 4 stages from the very beginning to the very end. Imagine you're explaining this at work. Okay? So I just want you to read them in the proper order.
All of them?
All of them, yep.
Okay. The basic procedure is simple. Just follow the steps on the search engine's web page. There are essentially 4 main stages. First of all, you need to say where your customers are located and what language the advertisement will be in. Then you know.
Yes, then you need.
Then you need to write your ad. Having written it, you need to choose the keywords that describe your business. Finally, choose how you are going to pay for your ad.
Perfect. That's it. So, that little homework, which I was not able to post yesterday because I was sick, I have an excuse, but that one can serve as a model in the future whenever you need to talk about a non-technical process or even a technical process. It has all the right connector words. And the one you need to pay attention to is having done. That's a good one. It makes you sound like a native speaker. So I would highly suggest you, when I have a chance to put together the presentation, it'll be in the course material. Okay, so you can download a copy of it. But let's do this. Let's move on now. So what we're going to do is pick up on the last activity we started to do yesterday. We're still learning some of the key expressions here. So what we're going to do here is, let me get this on screen for you. Whoops. Okay. So again, I apologize. I don't have this in the proper format, but I just didn't have time. But I'll get it that way. If not tomorrow, then well, probably by tomorrow. I'll get this in a proper presentation. Okay, so I'm just going to share my PDF with you. Yesterday, we were listening in on a conversation. Let me scroll back up. We were listening in on a call between 2 people dealing with a change of plans. In fact, that's what the title was here, Socializing, Planning for Future Contact. It's still in the context of talking about plans and processes. It's because it's the same company that we were looking at, this biofuel company. But we're adding a new skill, a socializing skill. So basically, planning future contact, accepting or declining an invitation. Basically, that's what we're dealing with. So yesterday we learned a few expressions like, would you like to join us if you're offering? And then how to accept or how to politely decline. I'd love to, but, oh, I'm afraid I can't. Those were some expressions we learned yesterday. I'm afraid means I'm sorry, not that I'm really afraid. So what we're going to do is keep working with some of those expressions here. Let's take a look at exercise 6. In yesterday's conversation between Anton and Carl, I think it was Anton who invited Carl to, who's an investor, he invited Carl to come out and look at their refinery for the biofuel project that they're doing, and they're trying to interest in him in investing directly. So what we're going to look at now is a follow-up. It's 3 months later. Carl receives an email from Anton. They had a phone call. Carl had to back out. If you remember from yesterday, Carl had to back out of the appointment for some reason. If actually, I think we know the reason. The reason was because they're looking at other projects. So we wasn't sure if he wanted to invest. But what I want us to do as a group is to complete the email with some of the more formal phrases. So you can see them below, A or B. So for example, well, let's all just take a turn reading through the phrases. I'll make this as big as I can. Give me just a second here to get this on screen. First, let's read through the phrases, okay? So Ahmed, just read one, then Anton 2, and so on.
Okay. 1. The 1A, do you mean?
1A and B, yeah.
Okay. There was a slight change of plan. B. Something came up.
Okay, so these mean the same thing, but one is formal and one is informal, okay? Okay, so Anton, keep going.
2A. I would like to apologize or be sorry.
Right. Okay, Giuseppe?
Messing you around, any inconvenience caused.
Messing around. Is that clear what that means?
Messing around, yeah, it means get around to the same to the point, something like that.
Not getting to the point, maybe, yeah. Not getting to the point or not getting to the task they have to do. Like, in Italian, you probably say, are you joking with me? Probably have an expression like in Portuguese we have, probably the same one. So another way to say that is, are you messing with me? Are you joking with me? Are you messing with me?
What is the difference between messing around and messing up?
Messing up.
Out.
Messing up is basically failing. Messing around is not being serious.
Yeah, okay.
So here it's like, you're not being serious, therefore we're not getting our work done. You're messing around.
Yeah.
If you're messing up at work, you're doing poorly in your performance.
Failure.
Like failure, right.
Yeah.
Okay, Yosuke, what about number 4? Can you read that for us?
I would now like to invite you to. How about join us in?
Okay, so again, we got a formal and well, they're, yeah, okay, yeah, that's true. Yeah. I was going to say they're about the same, but B is actually more informal. Okay, back to Anton for 5.
A. I'd love to. B. Would all appreciate the opportunity to.
Okay, so again, now you're accepting an offer. One is informal and one is informal. And finally, Giuseppe 6.
I was wondering if next week would the next week be?
All right, so let's give it a shot. Here's our email, and I suppose we could just go around the room like we did before. Okay, so the next in line is Ahmed. You're going to start us off with the first, with number 1. So read it up until number 1 for us.
Okay. Dear Dr. Gersler, you may remember that about 3 months ago, we met at your investors' presentation in Tallinn. At the time,
Oops, sorry. I have to make it smaller. Wait. 1 second, sorry.
Okay.
Can you see it now?
No.
fine to me, but I don't know the rest of class. Is it okay for them or not?
Can everyone see it okay?
See?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. At the time, blank, which as a result meant we weren't able to proceed with your proposal.
Hmm.
At the time.
So you're just choosing which one is more formal, basically.
Okay.
Which one sounds more formal?
Formal. There
Yeah.
was a slight change of plan.
Right?
Yeah. This is formal.
Yeah. So at the time, there was a slight change of plan, which as a result meant we weren't able to proceed with your proposal. That's it. I agree. So we're on to Yosuke for numbers. Let's do numbers 2 and 3 together.
So I want to choose A or B, you mean?
You're going to choose the more formal expression
More
for
formal.
2 and 3.
Uh-huh. I would like to apologize for any inconvenience caused.
Yeah, you don't want to apologize for messing around. That's true. So I agree. I would like to apologize for any inconvenience caused. However, Anton, or did I skip someone? I don't think so. It's you, Anton, right? However, Anton,
However, since the position is clear, and I would now like to invite you to Moscow to present your investment proposal to a group of investors.
okay. By the way, not Moscow, but Moscow in English.
Moscow, Moscow,
Moscow. Ow.
Moscow, Moscow,
That's it.
Moscow.
Okay, very good. However, since the position is clear, and there's something that seems weird in this sentence, though. Am I wrong about that? Something seems strange. Your answer is right, Anton, but something seems like it's missing in the sentence. Am I missing something? I would like to apologize for any inconvenience caused, however. However, since the position is clear, am I crazy, or does it seem like this is missing something? Does anyone agree with me, or am I just misreading it?
I don't know.
Yeah, like I don't know the something weird of the sentence.
Yeah, because
Mostly.
however, since the position is clear and something, I don't know. Since the position is clear now, it should be like maybe if we change "and" to "now." However, since the position is clear now, I would like to invite you to Moscow. That way, okay. It's and doesn't belong there. It seems like it's a typo. Anyway, Anton, your answer is right. I would like to invite you to Moscow to present your investment proposal to the group of investors. Okay, so Giuseppe, what happens then?
We would all appreciate the opportunity to meet you.
That's
Please
it.
find okay.
That's it. That's it. We'd all appreciate the opportunity to meet you. Please, Ahmed.
Okay. I was wondering if next week would be too short. Sorry. Am I right or wrong?
You're right.
Yeah, okay. I was wondering if next week would be too short notice for you to join us in Moscow. I look forward to
That's
hearing from you.
absolutely correct. That's it. Okay, so in the sentence, in the second paragraph, however, since the position is clear and there's a mistake. So and only makes sense if you get rid of it and replace it with now. Then it makes a little more sense. I think they missed something in the thing. Okay, you all chose correctly. So how do you know when something's more formal? What do all of those sentences, almost all of those formal sentences, they have one thing in common. Almost all of them. And specifically, look at the verb. Most of them use what verb to express formality?
I would.
Would.
Would, yeah.
Absolutely correct. If you know a little bit about grammar, you know that would is also called the second conditional, or sometimes the unreal conditional. So when we speculate about the present, we use would, and we can also use that same form just to be polite. And if you speak a Latin language like Spanish or Italian, guess what? You have a difference between the conditional and the imperfect. But in English we don't have the imperfect. So that's why we have to use the same form for both. Okay? So it's just like if you were using the imperfecto. Imperfecto. In Spanish, I guess it's imperfecto as well, right?
I think. I heard like Italian, like perfecto, I think.
Right. So if I say like in English, because I don't know Arabic and I don't know Japanese, so I can't make a comparison, but I understand a little bit of Spanish and Italian. So if I say like in English, or if I say would like, what am I saying in Italian, Giuseppe? I would like to offer you a job. How would I say that?
Mi piacerebbe offrirti un lavoro.
Oh, you got to speak a little slowly. Sorry.
Ok. Mi piacerebbe.
Ah, you say mi piacere. That's
Piacerebbe.
different though. That's different though. So we got to. That's a different expression.
What about Portuguese?
Doesn't work.
Ok.
Because in Portuguese, it's you could say gostaria like Spanish, or gustava, which is the imperfect form. But Giuseppe, you're saying it's my pleasure. Me, right? You're saying me. Was it piacere?
Piacere, like, but when we say would, when we translate would plus verb,
Yeah, it's rebe.
it's the verb because
That's right. That's the form I'm talking about.
it's a condition.
Sure. That's it. So you said piacerebbe. Is that right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood you. Yeah. That's what I was trying to say. So when you have rebe in Italian, it's would in English.
Yes.
When you have ia in Spanish, it's would in English. So if you would say, so Anton, how would you say, I would like to offer you? How would you say that in Spanish? Is it me gustaría?
Me gustaría
Me
ofrecerte.
gustaría. Okay, good. So ia is would, basically. That's the shortcut. In Arabic, I have no idea. Maybe you can
Completely different.
Completely
different, yeah.
Uh-oh. And what about Japanese?
But seriously, it is like a little bit like English because we said like I would do, like I would do.
Okay. Yeah. Unfortunately, I didn't get very far in Arabic. I learned the alphabet and that was about it. So, unfortunately, I have no frame of reference. Maybe one day.
If you
All
have
right.
time,
So look, that's our.
I might give some Arabic classes on Fairplay in the future.
Really, I would do it in a second, and I might even be coming to the kingdom one day. No joke. So
Really?
I'll need to learn.
Good.
Really.
Okay. Welcome.
It's possible. It's possible.
It is.
It all depends on what people do with my CV. It depends. But yes, it might happen, and I'd love to learn. I hear it's the most beautiful language in the world. Is that true?
I can say that because
Just say
because
just say yes.
Because I thought the problem.
Just say sure. It is.
No. Seriously.
Well, before we run out of time, let's take a look at this. On the second page here, as I said, I'll prepare this into a better presentation when I have time. Okay, so I'm going to create a page for you with the key expressions. But for now, just follow along here on the PDF. In the second exercise, Carl has to change his plans. Okay, so we just saw the email that he sent. Read his email to a close colleague, complete it with 5 of the less formal expressions in 6. this is not going to be so easy because I can't get it on one page. Let me see if I can get them both. Yeah, okay, I can. Okay, so now we're going to use the rest of the expressions, but it's not really a business correspondence anymore. It's more of a close colleague, so this is kind of a friendly, informal email. Okay? So let's try this one more time using all of the expressions that we didn't use. Okay? Are you ready? Ready! Who's starting us off? I forgot where we were. No one? Let's start with Yosuke then. Yosuke, start us off. Remember, all of you are in exercise 7,
7, yeah.
and we're using all of the expressions we didn't use from exercise 6. So take a look at the top of the page. You can use all the ones we didn't use last time.
So what I need is I don't know, the carry this sentence I could read, or I don't know what should I do right now.
So choose the expression in number 1 at the top of the screen that we didn't use before, so that we choose the informal expression.
Informal.
Informal, right?
Okay, so I wanna meet you here next week.
I want to meet you here. Wait a second. Look at the top of the screen. Look at the very top.
Okay.
See the A expression and the B expression? A and B. There's a slight change of plan as A, and something came up as B.
I was wondering if you would like to, or I'd like to invite you to, which one I can use. Choose.
You have to choose from number 1, A or B from number 1. See number 1?
Number 1. I couldn't see any. A. You mean A is like a top one. So
yeah, at the very top. At the very top.
B. Something came up is impolite.
Okay, yeah. So start from the beginning. Start with "Hi, Robert," and keep going through number 1. Okay?
Yeah. So
you got it, Yusuke. So start with "Hi, Robert."
I don't know which one should I see? Should I watch? B. Something came up. No, I don't.
Well,
so.
which is informal? Which is informal? A or B?
A or B? Yeah, B is informal.
B is informal, exactly. So you use B, exactly.
Yeah. Formal is there slight change of plan. Well, I don't know.
So use B. Something came up. That's the informal one.
Yeah, informal. Yeah.
Okay, so let's Yosuke, read from the beginning. Hi, Robert. Start from there.
Yeah. Robert, something came up meet you here next week. But.
Uh-oh, wait, we got a problem. Wait a second, that doesn't work. Something came up, meet you. No, that doesn't work. Okay, wait a second, maybe there's a mistake here. Hold on, what's wrong? Uh-oh.
You may need to change the form of the verb.
No, I think there's something wrong with my original text here. I think that's the problem. Because they want us to use... Sorry, go ahead, Anton.
Maybe you can change the order, nor the one of this paragraph must be.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, he's right. So, my fault. See, I thought they made it nice and logical, like just follow the numbers, but they didn't. So yes, you've got to choose them out of order.
Maybe I had loved to meet you here. The 5 option A, informal 5 option. I had loved to meet you here this week, but
I had or I would love to. I would love to.
I would.
Yeah.
I would.
Okay, I agree, Anton. So, Anton, read from the beginning, and then go to Giuseppe for 2, Ahmed for 3, and Yosuke for 4. Go ahead, Anton.
Hi, Robert. I would love to meet you here next week, but
Something
But
came up.
Giuseppe,
Something came up.
okay, good. Ahmed, do. Ahmed, we can't hear you.
Sorry. Uh, a friend of mine was talking to me. That's why the problem. Okay.
Oh,
What number? Sorry, 2 or 3?
we're on to 3. So start with do you remember?
Okay. Do you remember Anton Golovkov from the Tallinn seminar? Well, he's finally invited me to Moscow. In the for how about
Remember,
joining? How about joining us in
for
for
number 3, you've got to match it with 4. Blank for blank, but blank for blank, but you know.
how about joining us in?
How about joining us in 4? But then why would you have 2 prepositions together? Why would you have in and for together?
Okay, let me say. mm,
Look, you've got a but. What comes before a but? What comes always before a but? Always, even in Arabic. What do you say before a but?
Verb.
Well, I don't mean grammatically. I'm just
Ah,
saying when you're in normal conversation,
uh, like
you always have to justify when you're turning someone down, right?
okay, yes.
So
Apologize. You mean?
yeah, it's always sorry but.
Okay. Sorry for
Sorry for, right. Sorry for, now we need the reason.
any inconvenience
Oh,
caused.
too formal, too formal, too formal.
You want it formal? Okay.
No, it's too formal. We want it informal for Robert because he's our buddy.
Okay. Missing you around.
That's it.
Okay.
So let's take it again from do you remember to the
Okay.
end of messing you around.
Well, do you remember Anton Kolovokov from the Tallinn seminar? Well, he's finally invited me to Moscow. Sorry for messing you around, but you know how important this is.
That's it. Very good. And finally, Yosuke, number 5.
How about join us in Stockholm the week after? Best
There you
wishes.
go. There you go. How about joining us in Stockholm the week after? Best wishes. Okay, so if it wasn't obvious, Carl is canceling his plans with someone else so that he can meet Anton. And he's writing to a buddy. So that's the connection between the 2 emails. Okay, you've got some good key expressions. So this is what we're going to do because, let's see. Okay, well, let's try one more thing. We've still got a little bit of time. Just to end the class, let's go to the last exercise here. I can't put all the expressions on the screen. It's just there isn't enough space. But here, we're going to have 2 phone calls. So here I want you to try to use basically your memory. Use phrases that we've just used, whether informal or formal. Okay? So let's try it. Let's try Anton and Giuseppe first. Anton, you invited Giuseppe to speak to a group of your colleagues on the 13th of May. However, you need to change this to the 20th of May. You have to call Giuseppe. Giuseppe, you're student B and you were invited to speak at a company on the 13th of May. The organizer calls you. Are you ready?
Ready?
Ready, Anton?
I try.
Okay. Ring, ring.
Ring.
Hello?
Hello, it's Anton, and calling from from your group of colleagues. Um, uh, uh, I would now like to invite you uh, to speak
Well, hang on a second.
in.
You already invited him. What you have to do, look at student A. You have to change the date. You already invited him
Oh,
in the past. Your
yes.
job is to change the date.
Oh, yes. I know. I am trying to understand. Oh, yes, I apologize because there is a slight change of plan because we have a little trouble with the schedule and we have to make a change. I'm calling to inform you that this happened.
Oh, I see. That's pity. That's a pity.
That is a pity.
Oh,
Shame.
I would like to apologize, but uh, mm, it's important for us, and I will appreciate if you could change your schedule for make this important meeting for us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Giuseppe, do you know
maybe
when you have to change for?
maybe
Do you know
next
the
time.
date?
Uh,
Giuseppe, do you know what date you have to change it for?
yes or no? The code.
Did he tell you the date? I didn't hear him say the date.
No.
You might want to clarify the date.
Yes, if you have any doubt, if in my schedule we can do it 20 May is a good option for you. We are trying hard to to invite you in this important day for all us.
I understand. Okay, on 20 May. Uh,
Accept or decline.
that would be great, that date.
Oh, it's wonderful that you can change. I apologize. It's a good opportunity for all us, and I am very uh, greeting of your decision.
Okay, very good, very good. Let's stop there for a minute. Let's close class with a little bit of feedback. Okay, very good. Um, Here, you obviously have to be a bit formal. So you don't want to use words like messing around. The only thing I would say is, let's see. There was one thing I wanted to say about the ending. So Anton, at the end, to close the conversation, you could just repeat that you're apologizing. That's kind of what you did. So you could use, I would like to apologize for any inconvenience in the beginning, and then you can come back to it at the end. So you might want to start with, hi, Giuseppe. I'm really sorry to say we have to change the date, and I'm terribly sorry. I want to apologize right now for any inconvenience we're causing you, but could you change it to the 20th of May, blah, 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 and then at the end. So, once again, sorry if we've, inconvenienced you. Sorry if we've inconvenienced you in any way with this, but we're really appreciative that you're able to be flexible with us, and we look forward to having you at the meeting. We look forward to is the one more good key expression. We look forward to seeing you there. Look forward to. Okay? So we'll get some more practice with this in tomorrow's class. What we're going to do is we'll try a formal and informal version of the phone call. We'll specifically look at how to get someone's attention, some key expressions for making sure when you're explaining a process or explaining a difficult situation like changing plans that you can politely get someone's attention. And if we have time, we'll even do a little bit of work directly on the passive voice form, passive voice, which is very useful in describing a technical process. Like it was produced rather than he did it, it was done by him, it was mass produced, for example, it's a passive voice. So we'll look at that in different verb tenses and we'll use that to describe a process. Okay? I'm going to stop here. I'm going to try to get my presentations and homework all fixed for tomorrow, so it should be back to normal. And I'll be back at the same hour, that's 11 GMT, for the grammatical and practically speaking part of the unit. Okay? Any questions or comments? Follow me on Verbling. Click follow on my profile, and you can send me messages, and I'd be happy to respond. Okay? Have a good day, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye for now. See
You
you
as well.
tomorrow.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.